Hey, my name's David Riley, and I'm building another go-to-market tool just because that's what the world needs. I'm building it for folks that care more about actually getting stuff done and reaching out to who they want to reach out to than just updating their CRM. So this is like founders doing founder-led sales or first founding hires, basically just like really small teams. I think that go-to-market has gotten needlessly complicated. There's as much jargon as there is on Wall Street in finance. We use as many tables as the data scientists do. And now we're gluing together a bunch of different APIs like we're devs. There's just too many layers, in my opinion, between you and your customers. I think that GTM ought to be, straightforward. Really, it's just help people who have a problem that you solve. And I think it takes only two things. One is build a list of people you can help, and two is interact with them. Today, I'm going to show you a really uncomplicated way to interact with them. So this is a way to interact with your leads in a much more human way than just operating off of a spreadsheet. What you'll see is instead of a lead card, I have an individual's LinkedIn profile loaded on the left side of this page, and I have their company website loaded on the right side of the page. On the bottom, you can see these action buttons here, not ICP, phone, the website. If I click that, that will close. Let me move this out of the way. Their LinkedIn, if I click that, that'll close, and it'll reload, and email. If I click either email or phone, a middle pane will pop up, and it will allow me to email, in this case, Alec, right away. And then, I can send whatever the email is, blah, 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 blah. And I can just hit send, and it'll go to him. Once that happens, as long as I just hit next, it's now logged that I sent him an email. If I hit phone, a similar thing will happen. I just haven't set it up yet, where the actual script that you want to say to your ICP will be right here. You can skip the lead if you don't actually want to deal with them right now, or you can just, move on to the next individual. I'm going to mark Alec not ICP, so he won't ever show up again in this list of people. And that's because you'll see that every other lead I have is also named David Riley. So in this case, this David Riley, he works at Chorus. I can, perform any of the actions that I want. I actually don't have his phone number. So if I click this button, P+, it's going to enrich him and get that number for me. In the back end, I use Full Enrich's API. But if you just click the button and you're using this, it'll get it for you. While the enrichment is happening, it actually moves that individual to the end of the queue. I can do the same thing with this David Riley and get his email. This David Riley, I already had him enriched. That's why his website is appearing here. I could email him. I can get his phone. I think you get the point. I'll just skip through. Again, similar thing. That's me. But now his phone's here, so if I wanted to, I could call this David Riley. And this guy's email is now here, this David Riley, so I can email him and send him something. Skip, I'm at the end of my day. So the idea is that this is a daily habit. You can get through 30 people. It's just a more enjoyable way, in my view, of working your list than looking at something in like a table view, whether that's one of the sales engagement platforms or Clay or whatnot. Let me know what you think.